Rock for a pillow.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, okay. Good. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Rock for a Pillow.
Hey. Like, share, follow, and subscribe.
And this is our listener appreciation episode. So if you are listening to this, whether it's your first episode you listen to or you've been here since day one, we just want to say that we appreciate you, to everyone who subscribed on YouTube, who follows us on Instagram, likes us on Facebook, downloads on Podbean and Stitcher and Spotify.
A lot of stuff.
Wow. Thank you. And so
that's beautiful.
Today, well, this is Autumn speaking right now, and I'm gonna let everyone else chime in on who's here.
Oh, cool. This is Bremen, Denzel Watson. How you all doing? Shalom.
And this is your old friend, Will.
Everybody's friend with.
Derek. Character.
Wait, the second.
Okay, and you inspired me. I was like, I haven't said my full name in a long time. Character second. But hey, we're going to keep it going.
I'm Melissa.
Last but not least. All right, yeah, and unfortunately Kenny cannot join us today, but he is here in spirit.
Yes, indeed.
And so we're going to kick off a Q&A for you guys. We went on Facebook and Instagram and solicited questions, and our buddy Bremen here has the questions for us. We have not looked at these ahead of time. Well, Bremen has, but so now we're going to answer these.
Yeah.
What we got first?
Okay. So the first question is from Lydia K. Tyree from Instagram. Shalom, Lydia. How you doing?
Hi, Lydia.
Yeah.
Shalom.
Thanks for tuning in. Her question is, what is your favorite clean food or clean dessert? So she's going deep.
Wait.
She's going deep. Like off the bat, she's going deep.
Well, you know what? I can start this off because I just started making stuff. Listen, I don't know. Yo, I've been in the kitchen, like, for real. Like, you know. So, Lydia, as you know, like, when you start reading all the ingredients on backs of foods, natural, flavored, all that stuff, you know, it just starts adding up. Like, what can I eat?
Yeah.
So, I have been, like, experimenting with this beautiful breakfast sandwich. Okay, I've shown this to I've shown this to Will, and I've shown this to Autumn. Will already knows, and I was gonna make it for them, but I haven't made it for them yet. I was gonna actually do it here, but I left my pots at home, so it's like at the other house.
All
right. So it's not here. I don't trust these pots at this house. Okay, we know. Okay, but so I'll tell you the two versions. It's a sandwich. It's an egg white sandwich with cinnamon toast. Ezekiel bread, cinnamon raisin toast.
Ezekiel bread.
This is the next.
A large. Oh yeah, nice.
Very kosher.
You know, like those large onions. Half of a large onion. Saute the onions. Saute the tomatoes where it's almost tomato sauce. Layer the egg white. Cut the egg white so it fits the sandwich. It's about like a 4-layer sandwich. It's about like 5 inches high. Yeah, about 4.5 inches high. And it's delicious. But then I took it to another level, Lydia. Oh my gosh. Okay. I made a taco. Okay. Oh, and it also has like this mushroom patty in there. I'm not trying to take too much time talking about the sandwich.
No, you can't.
Okay. It has a mushroom patty inside of it. Oh my gosh. I might be starting a food cart. I haven't told you. Is that fire? Okay. So then I took it to another level because I went to this cooking class and.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I did. It was pretty fun.
Really?
It was actually like theater. It was really good. So we went to this cooking class and it was stuff I already knew, but some stuff I didn't.
Right.
So hallelujah for that. And then so I said, you know what? Another level by mistake. Okay. It's wheat. What's the Hispanic stuff? The
tortilla.
A wheat tortilla. Hallelujah. Banana in the middle. Right?
A real banana.
The mushroom patty on the side.
Whoa.
Yo, it tastes, listen to me. I don't know why it tastes so good, but it does. Okay? Mushroom patty on the side. The tomato sauce, right?
With the banana. Okay.
Peanut butter on the ends. A little bit of natural peanut butter on the ends. Yo, and then egg white on the top.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That sounds nasty.
It is.
Combine your sandwich with a peanut butter banana wrap.
Yo, don't simplify it. I don't know why it tastes so good, but it's kind of like Elvis. Like it just works. Like it's like an Elvis. So that's me. Okay, that's what I'm loving on right now. Whatever.
I love that. Man. What do you? Okay, you have like a favorite dessert? That.
Oh, I just like carrot cake.
Carrot cake. Oh
yeah, I like carrot cake. If I can find a coach, that's carrot cake. That's my favorite dessert. I mean, favorite cake.
Cake, dessert.
Yeah. I mean, dessert, I just like fruit. I don't really like...
That's a good, yeah.
I just like fruits. I like trying, I want to go on a tropical journey and eat as many fruits as I can.
Oh, yeah.
That's not...
Yeah.
Okay. I'd talk, yeah.
Wait, it was favorite kosher food and then favorite dessert?
Yeah, your favorite clean food and your favorite clean dessert. Yeah.
I don't have a favorite though. It's kind of like
everything.
What I'm craving. Or just I love vegan food. I'm very... Right now I'm loving vegetables. Like, I just want to eat sauteed vegetables all the time. It's like the way I season them. Like, I just keep...
Oh, so
I have seen the story.
I had a sweet potato lasagna from this place called More Herbs.
Oh, you still visiting?
It was
More Herbs. And then, it feels so good after you eat it.
You do. I've never felt bad after more herbs.
Right, I feel more energized. I need to make my food like that all the time.
Right, you just saute and everything.
You don't feel bad when you eat the food.
No, you don't at all. Lydia K, Tyree, I'm not picky, but lately, like you know what? Here you go.
Oh, okay.
I'm always going that way anyway. I'm not picky, but lately I've been craving chicken shawarma, man. Like for some reason, I don't know what it is. But like the garlic sauce and like the chicken.
That garlic sauce is fire.
Man, I don't I've tried to make the garlic sauce myself to save me some money, but like they just make it I don't know what special things they do. Mm-hmm. But yes, so for me, chicken shawarma, Bookie's Grill on Royal Oak, man. Shalom to y'all. They're amazing. Favorite clean dessert has to be hands down cheesecake.
Oh, I love cheesecake.
If like a raspberry drizzle on there, even. Yeah, like a dollop of Cool Whip or whatever. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. That's the way to my heart right there. Yeah, right there.
Oh, you got it? Got it all?
Oh yes. Thank you, Lydia, for that question.
Yeah, so Lydia, this is real.
I'm salivating, bro.
Man, your hard question.
Right.
So, for me, I actually, I'm not really picky with the food. I can eat anything. I'll call myself a scavenger. Well, a scavenger only for the clean, kosher food. Yes. Right? So I mean, I can eat anything. Usually I would just being the Chinese, it's quite different, and we eat rice all the time. So, and for me, if I have a bowl of rice and I have a soy sauce, that would be pour up on the rice. That would be cool. Yeah, I can have that, but I like fish, especially salmon. So if I have to pick a dish, my favorite, there would be salmon. Yeah, something like grilled salmon, and I don't need to put anything on there. I just grill it and then eat it. So
you hear that, Raymond? Salmon.
Yeah.
Salmon.
Oh. And usually I got the home chef cook for me, so that's a classic.
And the home cook is named Raymond.
Yeah. His name is Raymond. Yeah.
And dessert, I would agree with the Bremen.
Oh, the
cheesecake.
Okay.
And again,
I love cheesecake. I love it.
Strawberry.
Love it.
Like, who wants that cheesecake?
Cheesecake is my favorite. Oreo cheesecake.
Oh man.
That sounds like a fat person.
But the thing is, in China, we don't have cheesecake, and we don't have dessert. Yeah. So normally I don't eat a dessert. But the reason why I like cheesecake is because I have a friend of mine. She's she's at the fairly old age.
Yeah.
But she makes the best cheesecake I've ever had. In US.
I gotta meet her.
I go to the what do you call it? Cheesecake Factory.
Oh yeah.
I go to Cheesecake Factory, right? Well, they said they have the best. Well, I don't know if they have the best.
No, they don't.
Is it really that?
It's not bad.
It's
Look,
not bad.
It's not the best.
See,
I've
my
had
thing
it.
is, okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Give me more information because I don't know about
No,
the
I mean,
Cheesecake
I was just
Factory.
because cheesecake hand down is my favorite dessert, but I just like plain cheesecake.
Oh, I
like
see.
my parents have bought
I
me
can do that
cheesecake
too.
from Cheesecake Factory, and it had like peanut butter and all this stuff in it.
Peanut butter?
I was just like,
They have so
Okay.
much
Hey,
plain,
Don't
old
knock
fashioned.
it. Don't knock it. Don't knock it.
Don't knock my sandwich.
I like the
Oreo.
Oreo cheesecake.
I'm sorry, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so I went to Cheesecake Factory and get a cheesecake.
You started a lot of
fancy.
controversy, Lydia.
Yeah.
But their cheesecake, like, you know, if I never had my friend's cheesecake, I would say that cheesecake is very good.
Okay.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
But then, you know, I already have a best, so man. And my friends, like, I don't know how she did it. So
Right.
and she gave me a recipe, but I never really tried because I'm not cook.
Give it to me.
I have to like search it out. in my room.
Oh,
Give it to me.
no,
I'll make it.
So yeah, I mean, her cheesecake is best, and so yeah,
Oh my God, that's
yeah.
beautiful.
I don't want to have any other one's cheesecake.
Yes, man. Better than the Cheesecake Factory, man. That's something for sure.
Cheesecake Factory.
Wow, man.
Okay, so me, favorite clean food. I love vegetable galaba.
Oh,
I go to
What's that?
Mediterranean places.
Oh, Mediterranean.
So if you
There's a lot of
go to
food.
if you go to Mediterranean places, they have so vegetable galaba is, well, you can get it like chicken, salmon, lamb, whatever they have, like whatever meat added to it, but it's just basically just sauteed vegetables, and it comes on rice with like the rice pilaf with the almonds.
Yeah.
And so I had one recently that had like sweet potato in it. It was amazing.
Really?
It has
Oh,
mushroom,
yeah.
onion,
Red
tomatoes,
Trainers. Yeah.
sweet potato. It was in Redford.
Redford?
I was,
I'm gonna
it was,
need
I was so
directions.
happy. I can tell you where it is. It's like
That's
6 Mile and Beach, I think.
Oh.
It's so good.
I need to try it.
But
Oh, that's really out there. Oh, Redford. Oh, never mind. No.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
right.
one that
I was thinking like that's
usually
not
get.
near us.
Oh, okay.
Pardon? I was like, that's right down the street.
Yeah, when we go to
take a break, go get that. Come back.
when we go to Grape Leaves, I get it there, but I tried it at this other place, and that's my new favorite place. Yeah, dessert, cheesecake hands down, plain cheesecake, no caramel, no chocolate chips, no strawberries, just cheesecake.
Oh,
Anything to wash it
Yeah.
down with those.
I do love a good brownie though.
brownie.
Oh, yeah, brownie.
You know
fire.
what?
Caramel brownie? I love caramel.
No, chocolate. Straight
Oh,
chocolate.
yeah. Man, you got
You know,
caramel
warm
in
chocolate.
there. Oh,
Brownies
yeah.
made from scratch.
Yes.
There's this one bakery, these women, they're like this. I was like, so can I just order a brownie? Like, no, you gotta order this in advance. When I tell you,
Man, you got it pre
when I tell you, it was worth it, and I was like, this, how much do these cost a brownie? Listen, I supported somebody in buying brownies for the fellowship or whatnot.
Yeah.
I am so mad
Oh gosh.
that I did not buy those ladies' brownies. It was worth
Oh my gosh.
the $70.
For how many? What did you do with
Like
how
$3
many?
or $4 a brownie.
$4?
You ate all the brownies?
No, I didn't. I should have got them. I bought them from somebody else, and they
Oh.
were disgusting.
Oh, I thought you
Yeah,
meant
the
the
one
ones you
with
like.
the-
Okay, I was confused.
No, those were delicious.
Oh,
Okay, and I just want to say, side note,
Yeah,
Lydia,
go for
your name reminded me of a poem from Def Jam Poetry. It was like, Lydia, I write these poems for you, Lydia. It was hilarious. You should check it out. It was a funny. The guys that
That was a great first question.
Thank you, Lydia. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Okay, it's a question bet because
Oh.
Freeman typed these up so they are numbered in Hebrew. So Paul from Abuja, Nigeria asks,
International. Okay.
would
We
you
go
all
international viral?
yeah,
Oh my goodness.
would you all be willing to visit Africa to sightsee and spread the good news of Yah's kingdom?
Oh.
What kind of question is that? Man, I would love to do that.
Oh, my
That'd be
goodness.
fun.
Oh yeah.
Man.
A little saute of persecution. I can do that. I'm not even joking. I'm very serious. Like
Yeah.
I heard how beautiful Kenya is, man. I would love to go. So many of my friends,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
They say
yeah.
it's like it's just amazingly beautiful. So most definitely.
I have seen Google images of like Africa, Kenya, Madagascar, Nigeria, South Africa. Like I don't think they do it justice. You know, and look, okay, this is gonna sound crazy. Look, since I seen Black Panther, since I saw The Lion King, look, Africa looks incredible. So yes, and more. Yes, look, Paul, I would love to visit Africa. Yes, and yeah, for sure.
And then I have a homie named what's his name?
What's his name?
I can't think of his name right now. Well, I know why, but that's it's because I did something. He had a baby shower and I didn't buy a present, so I hope he doesn't listen to this. So he was like, "Yo, Derek, what about that present though?" And I was like,
right, baby shower.
But he was just telling me like how happy the children are in Africa. It's kind of like.
That's another thing.
It's like the technology, like we have so much technology in the States, but it kind of deprives us of happiness. Like
we're tech savvy, but we're miserable in America.
Yeah,
exactly. Yes.
Well, I got my peace, but but a lot of people are miserable. Yes.
Yeah.
I kind of, even though I love YouTube, it is. Right.
Okay, we have some questions from Ali Kokolo.
I know.
That is a twist.
The first question is.
I have no idea why you guys so.
I didn't know she listened.
Have you had any worldly temptation at all since after starting your spiritual journey? What has been your biggest temptation?
Oh man, that's a great question. That's a great question.
I think. Somebody else can go.
Okay, for sure. Well, Ali, worldly temptation. You know, I've had like temptation early on in my walk, because you know my background is from JW. Like I've had temptation to leave the walk altogether, because like you know with me being nostalgic about the Watchtower and the body, it's like man, okay, like it's such a culture shock to me to see like the differences. But like you know like when I just reevaluate everything, it's like okay, y'all brought me away from there for a reason. Like and when I look in scripture, like there is no scripture that that confirms that the Watchtower is it's the truth. And what's very interesting too is that Yah has shown me that there is an ex-JW community that's on like Instagram and like YouTube and it is more confirmation that he brought me out of there for a reason. And like I'm not like they're just like being whistleblowers and just saying that they're bringing out the history that I never knew about the Watchtower to begin with. And so it's more confirmation from Yah that I'm supposed to be following the Messiah, and he brought me out of that organization for a reason. So yeah. Thank you for your question, man. Yeah, I love it.
So Addie, definitely the answer is yes, because the thing is I don't think Yah ever want us to stay away from the temptation. That's how I take it, because just because we become a believer doesn't mean we instantly become spiritual like a giant, right? It takes. It's just like when we first become believer, we're born again, and just like baby, if you're a baby, you cannot handle a lot of temptation. I guess temptation help us to become stronger. It's a necessary process that we have to go through. It's not necessarily a bad thing to face with temptation. I see every temptation that I face as like opportunity to grow myself, and and also recently because I've been kind of working out. I
was looking at your boss.
That's off the topic, okay? Can you guys let me focus, please?
Power out gym sure is temptation.
No, okay. So my point is
Planet Fitness.
My point is okay, to continue. You guys just all right. Now I'm distracted. Okay, so to continue. All right. Okay. So
let me get the lights on.
Okay, I want to use workout as an example to illustrate what temptation does. Is so for instance what I learned is if you want to grow your muscle, you have to push the limit and lift the weight to the point you have to cry.
Oh, talk about it. Wait.
So and then in the extent it's equivalent to how we how our life is. We sometimes facing a lot of trial and painful moments, right? That
Absolutely.
To the moment that we almost want to cry because Sometimes people can't help us. We are going through the spiritual battle.
Yeah.
But most of the times we see that as like, oh man, I can't deal with this.
Right.
And this is too much for me. But then I realized, well, maybe that's a moment that if you overcome it, and then you almost want to cry, but then you overcome it, that's when you become stronger.
Yeah.
But if you just like go, but if you,
that's true.
But if you fail to overcome that cry, the point, then you will never grow. The muscle will never grow.
That was a really good metaphor.
That was really really good metaphor.
Well, thank you guys. So that's what I learned from building muscles and the workout.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing, the same principle. So I think temptation. I don't think temptation is a bad thing. It's just like evil. Evil is not a bad thing. It depends on how you take it. If you see that as an opportunity to go to turn yourself to a good from evil, that's a great thing. If you know what I'm talking about. So
we got to go through those refining fires, refining trials.
Because if you see like
the goal has to be purified.
Yeah. If your life is very smooth and no temptation, you'll feel comfortable, right?
Oh.
And then but then you might feel comfortable at that moment, but maybe later you'll realize your life is messed up. Right? It's just like building muscle. If you if you see that, okay, let's say my the limit of my weightlifting is 100 pounds, let's say, right? Okay. And then I cannot lift heavier than that, right? But if I choose to, just because I know I cannot handle that much weight, and I choose to lift 90 pounds, right? That will be much easier. I can lift it. I can lift it lift so many times, but then that wouldn't help me grow the muscle. That wouldn't help me achieve my goal, right? But if I choose to lift, for instance, like 105 pounds, and then when I lift it, it's so painful to the point I almost want to cry.
Right.
But if I just hold it up, and then to achieve it to the point that I feel so weak, then you will see my muscle grow. So that's the same thing with our life.
That's awesome.
Hopefully that will help,
That's beautiful, dude. Wow.
I also think sometimes temptation kind of exposes what's like in your heart as well.
Oh,
and it shows your like struggle areas of things, or even like things you thought that weren't there.
Yeah. No, you're right.
And I think just because people think, oh well, I'm a believer now, so I don't get tempted. Like that's a lie.
No, that's a lie.
We all get tempted. Like I don't think you ever get just so high up that there's no.
Bye, Anna.
I thought it too.
Okay.
All right, Anna was a friend. Is a friend of us.
My sister.
That's our sister.
Anna was hanging out with us.
She was hanging out.
Yeah, we're family, so we have to say goodbye.
So
excuse us. Okay.
You're not excused. Temptation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
So,
and honestly, sometimes you might get attacked worse because you're trying to live right.
But that's a good thing. Depends on how you see it, right?
Yeah.
I would say for me, kind of like what Breeman said, like I've thought about leaving. I don't know. I've been tempted with like leaving my faith altogether.
Yeah, man.
Just because I don't like.
That's a real thing.
I don't like not understanding or being, or I don't like conflict with other people and other views so much. And so it's like I definitely don't step out with that, and it's like, well, is it really real if I don't allow it to if I don't allow it to be tested?
Yeah.
And
that's so true.
Even little things, like I was reflecting like a few weeks ago, and it's like I feel like when it comes to Torah and like walking in the way, I can say yes to the Sabbath, but then there are like the details of how I keep it. Sometimes can cause it to like cause me to compromise. And so I've been in situations where I've like really like had to compromise or wanted to compromise and maybe like, oh, I can do this, but maybe I really shouldn't because it's Shabbat and it's a high day and I can save it for another day. So
No, you true. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, I think I can definitely chime on the point of wanting to leave the faith. For me, it wasn't necessarily for the comp. Well, it was more so wanting to call it quits because it just seemed like everybody was playing a big game, and it was like
that's a great point.
Everybody inside, people like pretending.
Yeah, everybody was pretending. It was like I read what this says.
Yeah.
It just seems like everybody's playing a game. It's like this. I don't want to.
That's a great.
Be a part of this game. Everything I read is true.
Right.
But I definitely don't want to be a part of it.
Even though it's a holy game.
You're right.
It's still.
I don't need. There's a holy game to play. They're not playing that. I don't know what they're playing. Yeah, they're just making up stuff. Right.
So many people do that. I think like they leave the church because they don't like the church. Like even just with Christianity, it's like the examples of other people defeat it for them when it's like you've got to be looking at the word.
Yeah.
That is so true.
And if it's true, it's still true. It doesn't matter how other people take it.
Yeah, but it's like this. It's like, but when you read the word, it's the funny thing is like when you read the word though, and you see like Elijah saying, "I'm the only one left," you're like this. That can't be me. It's like I wasn't the best in my class.
Right.
Like, it can't just be me. For this particular part of the time in life.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, did you already go? Did you answer?
Yeah. Well, let me just chime in. Yeah, so I think my temptation was, the original temptation was, it was a fact of expectations. Mm-hmm. Is that
high expectations?
False.
False expectations.
Illusionary expectations. Okay. It's kind of like let's keep it simple with like abstinence. Mm-hmm. It's like this. Oh. My son, he took the vow of abstinence. I'm just so happy for him. Where's your girlfriend? It's like this. It sounds nice. Everything in the Bible sounds nice, but let's be real.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, come on now.
Yeah,
your girls that you where they at? It's like this. You don't got to tell the whole truth. Just tell,
half truth.
Half truth. We got to do it. We got to, There's other people in high positions. We got to get by it too. Yeah. So it's like that. The illusionary expectations of actually following the word, but I really expect you to not do it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm saying it's good for you.
Yeah.
Overcoming that mental battle. Oh man, that right there that's some pain.
Yeah.
Man, there's so many temptations that in our lives, like all different kind of aspects. Just too much.
Yeah, distractions.
Huh? Yeah, distractions.
The world's just full of distractions.
Yes, for girls and guys, we're attracted to beauty, and then we don't want to like being the spiritual giant, like quote unquote. We don't want to end up being like King Solomon.
Oh no, totally no.
Yeah. And the thing is, let me tell you what. Just side note, one person that slayed a giant for women in my life was a woman, and it was a woman. I went to a Catholic school, and the priest, questionable, but it was a woman who wasn't even a priest, and like it just seemed like they got part-time jobs. You know what I'm saying? Like the priest, but
clock in, clock out.
Clock in, clock out. But the woman, she was like this. I thou I a relationship. See women as people. When I saw women as people, like because our world objectifies everything.
Yeah. Oh yeah. As men, we socialize.
Yeah. So when you see women as people, it's like, well, it's really hard to do a lot of the it's really hard to lust if you see somebody as a person. Like, oh, you got the same problems I got, son. Right. How can I like you? Right. Leave me alone. Right.
No, you true, and like, man, I just want to read just a quick scripture because as soon as you read that question. This is 1 Corinthians 10:13. No temptation has seized you beyond what people normally experience, and God can be trusted to allow you to be tempted, to not allow you to be tempted beyond what you can bear. Yeah. On the contrary, along with the temptation, He will also provide the way out, so that you will also be able to endure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yes, to all the people out there, that were like on the cusp of like just saying, like. I don't see the fruit in following Yahshua and wearing tassels and eating clean and keeping Shabbat, like, you know, and it's different calendars floating around. Like just know that that Yah will deliver you from that temptation when you're going through it.
Yeah. And Yeshua has been a great example. You know, he has been tempted in the wilderness, but he overcome it. He lifted that super heavy weight and.
Yes.
That was so metaphor.
It was, man. Wow.
Question number 2: if you could ask Yah one question and have it answered, what would it be and why?
Allie!
Hey, this is Allie's second question.
Yeah,
Allie asked 5 questions.
Just 5 consecutive questions.
Okay, what was the second question? I didn't get.
Okay, if you could ask Yah one question and have it answered, what would it be and why? I have too many questions. Like
one question, and like y'all will answer it like instantaneously.
Yes. I'll jump this off. The more I read the word, the less questions I have.
Really? For me, it's the opposite.
Because
it's the opposite.
And the thing is, it's because of the Apocrypha. Everybody read 2nd Esdras. Okay.
How do you spell Esdras, bro?
Esdras.
Okay.
2nd Esdras, and just literally all just literally every book of the Apocrypha. It's just especially Esdras, because he's talking to the Father directly. And he's just like this. Well, why is this so? Yeah. And it's just like, wow, I get it. Like it's like it makes sense. It's like you can't understand things that you weren't created to understand, and but he goes into detail. I enjoy it so much. It humbles me.
Oh my gosh. My one question that I would love to answer to, like, if y'all would give me just an instant answer, because it was the reason for me like almost leaving. Is like, okay, yeah, like why do you like allow like confusion like within the body, like that's
actually kind of like my question.
Yeah, you know how I mean? Because for me, coming from this cookie cutter organization where everybody is like monolithic and like and they're the same. They all think the same name, same calendar, same watch our holy days if you want to call it that. And then when I transition over, it's like. Quick story. So I'm at BYA. It's I think my first year. Talking with Jackie. Shalom, Jackie. She probably listens.
We love you, Jackie.
We love Jackie. Yes. So I'm talking with Jackie, and she's talking about Shabbat. We're gonna and she's talking about how she came to observe Shabbat and everything. And then like somebody else came over and she was like like lunar Shabbat is coming up soon, and like. I was like, what is this lunar Shabbat that you speak of? And so like, from that point on, like, if I could just ask y'all one question, it would be like, okay, why do you allow like confusion, like different, calendars to float around within the body? That'll be my question right there.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to know all the what's with all the confusion.
Yeah,
and I want a direct answer from him. Look, what is this? What is going on?
If I go to bed and like get a dream or something that'd be that'd be cool.
Oh, I'm sorry. Never.
No, you go ahead. It's not for pillow, man. Go ahead. We good.
No, I was okay. I was looking. It's gonna sound. I was looking at your fro and I was like, yo, it looks amazing.
Your fro looks amazing, dude.
It looks so amazing right now. Like, yo.
Your fro is really
and it's so much bigger than
all
what it is.
All you need is a lineup.
No, you don't even need a lineup.
I know I'm saying only get it lined up. Like, don't do nothing.
No, it's like, do you know how big it is? It's like times 3 of that. That fro is massive, bro. Like, that's puffed down.
So Is that a question that you have?
No.
You know what? You know what though?
Side note.
Hey, you know a side note though? Ashley from BYA, the Shalom Jones family, she did ask me a question. She was like, "So how big are you gonna grow your fro?"
I think you should keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Oh, don't stop.
There's your answer, Ashley. Yes.
It's crazy.
Yo, so
I got a question, bro. So,
You got any more water, Will? Oh no.
I just got a quick question for you.
Yes, sir.
So, which one is bigger, your afro or the Dr. J?
That's hilarious, man. Cause my manager like called me Dr. J like one time. I was like, hilarious. Yeah, but thank y'all, man. I appreciate you, man. Okay, I'm sweating. Next question.
Well, I forgot what was the question. Oh, the one question. I don't know.
Oh yeah, one question.
I don't know if I have like one question.
What's one?
I have too many.
Yeah.
One question. Can I have more questions?
I don't know.
One question would lead to another.
Yeah, it's like I don't know what one question would be like. Oh, okay, thanks, and I'd be like satisfied. Like
why did Adam not do anything?
Yo, it is in the schedule, son. Like, yo, it is there. That's
Like why did Adam not just?
The Cedrus asked the same question. He actually asked, like, Father, why didn't you just not allow him to? Why didn't you warn him? Why didn't you stop him from,
now I need
doing this?
right. That's what
he says it like this. Why didn't you stop him? Why didn't you warn him? Why didn't you stop him from eating this apple? Why didn't you give not the apple fruit? but why didn't you stop him?
And he gets an answer from Yah.
Is there? Makes complete sense.
Oh my God! Wow. Okay. Mm-hmm. I am intrigued. Wow. If you had one question, Will, to ask our loving Heavenly Father, and you got to answer it like that, what would the question?
To be honest, it's so hard for me to come up with a question.
Mm-hmm.
It's got so many questions, but I can't really, what do you call it? Like, come up with anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I would say, like, why Yah didn't choose Chinese to be the nation? Spread the Bible. I don't know. Maybe that's a legit question.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, because our history is longer than Israel. Yes.
That is hilarious.
Anyway, that's hilarious. That's just the question
Wow.
All our Chinese listeners, man, tune in right, Will, with your response.
Yes.
First question that he will ask.
Give me a thumbs up, Chinese.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Question number 3. Do you think your viewpoint on relationships, romantic and platonic, have changed since starting your spiritual journey, and how?
Oh, definitely.
You think so?
Mine has.
Yeah, definitely.
No, not really.
Someone never changed. No, I'm just kidding.
Maybe you had nothing to change from.
Very true.
Well, Sister Ashley did step it up. I went over her house, yo. She added to the level. Like well, I mean, for dating, I'll let somebody else go.
It can be friendships too.
Yeah, she said platonic or romantic.
Like, so for me, growing up within the Watchtower Society, like, it's a very high control society, and it's like, they kind of they kind of helicopter your life even when you're not within the Kingdom Hall. And what I mean by that is like you get brainwashed so thoroughly and so effectively. It's like, when I was going to high school, like I didn't want to like connect with anybody who wasn't a witness. So it was like, cause in my mind it's like, all right, like you don't know the truth, so you're gonna die basically. What sounds what sounds crazy. Like you're not in my organization. You're not following Charles H. Russell, so like why should I be friends with you when eventually like you're gonna swim in the lake of fire anyway. So going from that, so all my relationships have been like just with connecting with other witnesses. Trying to find a JW within the Detroit public school system is tough. So but y'all like had a couple witnesses sprinkled around me, so that was really cool. But like my viewpoint has changed because like now I want to like connect with like unbelievers, to not to have a conversation to like convert them to what I believe, because I've tried that and done that, and like that doesn't really work. People will be kind of weirded out if I just walked up to them and said, "Hey man, you're doing life all wrong. Just follow me and follow what I'm doing." Like I just don't feel like that's the way to go about it. As far as like my relationship, as far as like platonic and like romantic, I would say that, now I look at other people's examples. There was a there have been examples like within the body that I've seen recently where it's like, okay, if you have a friend who's of the opposite sex, a female friend, and y'all cross platonic lines, that can like damage both parties, and that can have collateral damage if you have a group where you got friends who are both friends of you two mutually. So for me it's like man, okay, so like it's like don't choose your friends wisely. Don't cross platonic lines with like romantic lines, because ultimately that causes more hurt than help. Like when you look at the long run of it.
Unless you heard y'all confirm something.
Yeah.
Cross those lines.
Yeah. Unless you hear unless you get this oracle from Yah, where it's like yes, like you get this heavenly response, then sure. But that's for me. It's like I'm always circumspect as to how I choose my friends and how I how I interact with people in the body, out the body. So that's how it's changed for me.
Yeah.
Ali, you asking the deep question. You going deep.
Yes.
I mean for me, like when I say like since I actually took another next level, I think when it came to like dating or whatnot, I never thought to ask the father after it's like I really want to pursue this person, like go talk to the father and say like this, search me out, make sure I'm I am the appropriate match for your daughter. I think the idea of coverings and that the father truly is a covering for the daughter. I think when I just thought about dating more so, I think that is such a beautiful idea, because I think girls get gamed so easily, and it's like if they had a father there just to cipher through the game of the dude, my daughter, this dude is not, he's not good money.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It would save so much trouble.
Yeah, heartache.
So much heartache. And it was like when I saw that idea, then I also thought for guys it's such a beautiful opportunity. I would love, I remember this one girl that danced. I was gonna do it, but it was no based off scripture. Right. I just thought I'm about to marry this girl. You know what I'm saying? I just felt like, because that's normal. Whole guys know exactly who they want to marry. But it's like this. I was like, I'm about to marry this girl. But I was like, it's too much to go out to the car and tell the dad I want to meet you, and I want but that's such a boss move to say to a father
to go to the patriarch.
I seen something beautiful in your daughter. I really would like to take her out, and I really love for you to make sure that I'm the right person for your daughter. What father wouldn't want to hear that?
Right, yeah, exactly.
It'll be like this, okay, I'll search you out. I'm already loving you already. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's such a, operating with the idea of coverings when it comes to at least dating, it just makes life easier. It really saves a lot of pain.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, Sister Ash, you really dropped something for me.
Right, that's something for me to think about. Gosh, very true.
Yeah, but for friendships, that was always good money with that one. Actually, it was my business. This is part of my ministry. I would I would talk to I would have friends that some were super super hot, and or just girls in general.
Right.
And I would they'd be like this, Derek, you're so nice. And I was like, but I was like this, I'm not going to talk to you, son. You are my friend.
Yeah, right. Right.
But they're like this. You sure? You don't find me attractive? You gay? No, dog, that's not it.
Right, no, that's not it at all. Even now, just really quick, I don't even seek to make friendship with people who are quote unquote worldly people. Just because I don't want them to have that influence on me, you know, to say that, hey, you know, man, you keeping Shabbat like for what? This is a club over here, like so like it's like I don't want to mix it that way, you know. Like you know, like I was look, we go to work, you know, I'm friendly at work, you know, we can converse, and then when I leave, then you know I'm going about my own business, you know.
That's kind of how I am.
Yeah.
It's like you have your inner circle.
Yeah, you got your inner circle.
Close to me, it's like they're gonna be on the same mindset for the most part.
Yeah, bingo, exactly.
Because if you have someone who isn't on the same mindset as you, and they're close to you, they're gonna plant seeds in your heart, and they're gonna start to change your views. Like, oh, you know, maybe it's okay if I go to the club sometime.
Right.
Or, you know.
And you know, they're over there.
So, you know, I think the audience, they have a question for Bremen and Melissa. What is this question? What do you guys, so this is where you are now. So how do you take when the Messiah says, you know, it's not the healthy that need a doctor, but the sick?
I'm saying.
Oh, I just want to hear.
You talk.
I just feel like somebody in the audience was curious.
This question just came in.
Okay.
I like it.
I mean, I have associates or friends, but they're not close to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go call them every day or like expect them to pour into my life.
Yeah, true. Yeah, like for me, you know, and you're right. Like, you know, the sick do need a doctor, and like I try to, you know, it's so amazing. Like people will show you how to witness to them. If you just listen to like their conversation, what they're going through, like they'll show you like what they're hurting in areas of their life. So like I will try my very best to say, hey, you know, like, you know, like you may not want to hear this, or maybe you do want to hear this, but I think that, you know, that like if you do it this way, if you check out the word and you follow, you know, Yah's way, that can really benefit you versus trying to fill some void in a secular way. But yeah, like, you know, like I don't want it to sound like I'm like shunning the world, because like man, look, the world needs the light to be spread out, you know, and like man, like they need the ultimate doctor, Yeshua too,
or even sometimes building like a relationship to an extent. You some people will listen to you more if you have a relationship with them, if they have a respect for you. They're not just gonna listen to a stranger. Like, what is this person talking about?
Like a perfect example.
I don't even know how they live their life. They're trying to tell me, like, you know.
If like for me, you know, being a new hire, like on day one, like a couple of my coworkers smoke, like if I would have like went up to like one of my coworkers and said, hey, you know, like why are you smoking? Why are you polluting your temple? And this is day one. They'll be like, what's this new hire? Yeah, like what's this new hire? Yeah, you know. So I think that building that rapport and that relationship can give you a door and a window to speak life over them for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think, you know, that's.
Thank you for that question. That's
a great question.
Yeah, for sure.
What were you gonna say?
I'm sitting over here thinking, because I guess like I don't know. This sounds really juvenile, but like.
Are you recording?
No.
I
did it live.
Growing up, like when I was a kid, it was just like your friends were any other kid that would play with you, right? And so I think I probably made my first real friend in like 3rd grade, because it was like a friend that I made by myself. Like my parents didn't know her parents, and that was like my first best friend. And it was like, and I was cool with just like that one friend. And so it was like, I don't know, I slowly started learning more about friendships as I went, but I feel like it was a little slower than others, because I was very like
on Facebook or Instagram.
I was very my friendship circle was kind of very filtered, like it was minimal. So it was like I had like that one best friend in 3rd grade. Like I had my church friend, I had my homeschool group friend, and that was pretty much it. So I mean, like as far as close people, so it's like I think now what I really feel a friend is sort of person I can definitely like be myself with, and a person who can tell me the truth. And I'm working on like telling the truth myself to other people too. But yeah, that's something I really appreciate, is people who can like tell me like what's really up.
Yes.
Please tell me.
Yes. Gas prices are coming.
I think on like for some.
Wait, he said gas prices are coming up.
What? What is that? Okay,
That's just
right?
wordplay. Even just having word.
Oh man, he's the English scholar, right?
I couldn't help it. That was such a good alley-oop. That was such a good setup.
So I think for someone like you, Alan, being homeschooled, right?
Yeah.
And then you probably lack of some experience, like compared to us, who never been homeschooled but have been in the world for a while, and then we have been exposed to all different kind of relationships, right?
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I think you're probably learning a lot now because you now kind of get out the
I feel
home.
really naive. I still feel like socially awkward.
Me too. Sometimes.
I mean, and that's not all homeschoolers.
I feel very naive.
I'm not trying to give homeschoolers a bad rap.
But that's good. Homeschooling is good. It's a good thing.
Yeah, true. Very true. Yeah, you have to unlearn, try public school stuff for sure. That's very true. Is that Facebook, Instagram?
Oh, it's Instagram.
Instagram?
No. Yeah,
Shalom, Insta? Oh, you on? Oh,
Yeah, I cut off.
Shalom, Insta.
Alright, keep. What's the next question?
Okay, cool. Do we have the Allie?
Next question is
what? From Allie.
From Allie.
Yes, we're still on Allie. What's your 5-year plan, both personally and spiritually?
Did you cite her to ask these questions? You cited her, didn't you?
No, actually, Allie asks a lot of deep questions. If you
Yeah,
talk
she
to her.
does. She does.
You know
Did
what?
she listen to it?
Addie is a deep thinker.
She's on our podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, she was
really?
yeah, she tunes in, yeah.
I'm just asking.
My 5-year plan.
Okay, man, one person answer.
I don't even know my 5-minute plan.
I know.
5 year, be awesome. Every day of the week.
Nice.
Oh, actually, I do.
Twice on the Sabbath.
I don't really have a 5-year plan,
Brandon,
but
what
I have
is that
some.
scripture?
I have things that I'm shooting for in 5 years. Like, I definitely want to build a house in the forest.
What?
I definitely want to build a house in the forest, and I do want to prepare for before the dollar to fall. Like, I definitely think it's gonna happen in the next 5 years. The American dollar that falls. So like, prepare for that. Outside, and then just grow super spiritually. Hope to be granted my super spiritual powers and just be amazing. Yeah, pretty much it.
Right, and for my 5 years, she said spiritually and is it just spiritually 5 years?
Personally.
And personally.
So career,
Oh man.
I guess.
Oh.
I don't even know what I'm
okay.
doing tomorrow.
You know what? My 5-year plan. Okay, we're gonna go spiritually first. Spiritually, like, I would love to operate like within my role, like on a more, like on a more like global level. I think that with me coming from the Watchtower society, that y'all grooming me to talk to random people like about scripture. I think that that my role is to be an apostle, to be a sent one.
Yeah.
Like if y'all wants me to like go around like planning congregations and stuff, like that, like Africa, within Africa. Hey Paul, Nigeria, all my Nigerians. To do that, just to operate more fully within my role. And as far as personally. 5-year, I would love to be like self-employed, like to break away from corporate America, like all together. 5 years, I wouldn't mind, being a father, having a son, Bremen Jr.
Who are you looking at? I don't know. Got a lot of offers too. That's what y'all don't.
What's the next question?
One girl came to this man with a house that I got a house, all I need is a man. I was like, I never had that in my life.
Are we still staying at the previous question?
This is a 5-year plan question.
Yes, so yeah,
Another man said, I love you.
Funny.
And you knew if Bremen just asked for his daughter's hand in marriage, she would have said, take it now. I was like, this is crazy.
Oh my god. So yes, that is my 5-year plan, Allie. Thank you for your beautiful question.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I don't really have a 5-year plan. I don't want to be in corporate America.
Yeah, me either.
That's your plan.
Well, let me tell you something about that. I said, bring on, get you this job paying X amount. He's like, well, let me see. He's like, I think I like a desk.
Cubicle? Nice, okay. Nice. Cubicle's good. But I like really quick. Melissa brought out a script. She kind of told me, reminded me about a scripture like Matthew 6:34 about like not worrying about tomorrow. Let tomorrow worry about itself. Mm-hmm. Like cause I know like when I turned 18, like 18 is a very interesting age because it's like you're leaving high school and you are on the cusp of like being a full-grown adult, and so you get all these questions like so what school are you going to? What's your career gonna be? What are you gonna do for your next for the next 5 years of your life? Mm-hmm. And so like what I want to do is like encourage you guys, like people listening and people in the room too, like to not feel bad or to like stress out about, oh man, like I don't know what I'm gonna do,
right?
Because like it's an old adage. I haven't found it in scripture yet. Man plans, God laughs. And like like even for this like for the podcast like or even for things like my whole plan was this, Jehovah's Witness, go to New York City, be in the Bethel headquarters, and and like I was gonna be an elder in the Watchtower Society. They were gonna send me all over the world planning Kingdom Halls. Y'all was like, yeah, I got something much better for you. So it's like like. Don't stress out about it if you don't know what you want to do for the next 5 years, or better yet, for the next 5 minutes.
Yep. I completely see eye to eye with you, brother, on that. There's like in our lives we have been stressed about so many things.
Yeah.
With the work, with your the money you make, right?
Yeah.
How much money you make, and then
anxiety too.
and your marriage and stuff. All kind of things. But just and then a lot of times I realize I've been stressed about many things. Mm-hmm. But then I look back, all those things, the things I stress about, have they played a super important role in path of my life? If I do your evaluation, those stress doesn't really do much.
Right. No.
Right. It doesn't really affect. But it's so to think about it, like, okay, what we can do about it, just take it easy, and then just still be stressed about it, but don't take it too seriously.
No.
Right. Because we cannot really stay away from being stressed. No. It's our human what do you call it?
Nature.
Human nature. Yes.
Yeah.
Flash nature. Yes.
That could be a song.
So.
No, and then you're right. That's a man, Allie with the
deep questions.
Deep.
Last question from Allie.
Okay.
How do you keep yourself close to Yah? What do you do if you find yourself drifting away?
Praise.
Yeah. For me, it's reading. Whenever I get away from reading the word, it's just like.
I second one.
It's like to. It's like that's your if you think about your spirit, it's like that's all your spirit gets to eat is the word.
Exactly,
so it's like you gotta feed it. So if I'm feeling away, it's because like I'm not feeding my spirit.
Yeah.
Right.
Even if you don't want to.
Yeah.
I'm full. I'm sitting on this page for a long time.
Right. Yeah.
You gotta keep reading.
Yeah. You
Sometimes
do.
I listen to certain sermons too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
just,
for sure.
Put things in my spirit that are of.
Yeah, totally. For me, share your faith, because like there's this like sharing your faith is like can be the most intimidating thing, but also could be the most exhilarating thing because when you share your faith, like as soon as you share it, there's this moment of love. All right, I could either get one rejected or two. They could say, you know what, like maybe like Yeshua, okay, the Torah, maybe that is what I need to be doing with my life. So it's like when you share your faith, and you get like people to like say, oh, that's you like it's all these laws, you're doing too much. that can sharpen your faith too. And I was like, all right, you know what? I have to go dig into the Word.
Yep.
And have a reasonable answer, like what I think it's 1 Peter 3:15. You know, you gotta have that reasonable answer for people who like confront you like in that manner. Mm-hmm. So yeah, what I would say is like share your faith and you know like it does wonders, man. Like you go up to a stranger and say, hey, like you know like I don't know like what you're going through, but just know that you know that there's good news that you know the Messiah died for you and I, and that this you know this life is not the end. It's not the end all be all. Mm-hmm. And when you do that, like it's for me it's a exponential like faith increaser for me to just share your faith.
Amen.
Yeah. I really like the anecdote you used, Will, earlier about the working out. Because when I think about like the verse in Hebrews that says faith without works is dead, it's like if it's something's just like stagnant, just sitting there and never moves, it's never going to grow. And so it's like you have to work it. It has to be something that you work. Yes. So if you're not allowing yourself to be vulnerable with people, like putting it out there and
it can be scary.
Putting yourself in the position where you're either rejected or have someone turn to the faith. It's like just finding ways to work at your faith because you can't just sit there.
Yeah, true, exactly. Very true. Like for me, it's like you know, like your faith can't be like fine china where it's like, oh, like you know, it's too fragile. I don't want you know, you place it up when it's high pedestal, like oh, like I don't want anybody to touch my faith. You know, like let it be like clay. You know, like allow people to say, hey, you know what, I'm gonna check out. Hilarious. They're checking out the questions.
You can't do that. Stop reading ahead.
But so share your faith. Share your faith for sure.
Also, I think surrounding yourself with other believers, especially if you're like in a low place. Like sometimes you really need people, and you can't get through it alone.
Yeah, no, you can't. No, you can't.
I mean, Yah is there, but he also brings people in your life.
Yeah. We need community. Go ahead.
Okay, so our next question.
Where did we go?
Oh no, I didn't go.
Will didn't get to go. He had something.
Or did you have?
What was it?
Oh,
sorry.
Yeah. So, well, I would think about, you know, just to adding on to what you guys have been talking about. I think, you know, I currently also experienced like, you know, to be closer to Yah. You know, we might need some things going on in our lives. Because, you know, like because it's like, you know, if you are
sorry.
They're looking ahead at the questions and they're distracting Will. Will is trying to answer.
I am so sorry. Yes.
Go ahead.
Okay. You guys,
answer,
you guys going to have some really suspicious stuff going on. What? Okay, so let me finish.
We love you, Colin.
Okay, so so I'm saying that. Come on, what you guys?
I'm so sorry. Good.
Okay, so like I think, you know, for us as believers, right? And we want to be like holy or set apart. But being set apart or holy, I think one thing that we need to do is to establish a routine, like a good routine, the routine that coming from you know the Word, coming from the Father, that we have to do it all the time to keep us spiritually, like, you know, strengthen or grow.
That's very true.
It's just like, you know, like to be honest, right? Like we going through life, and then you will know that you're trying to be better.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, we all trying to be better, but then sometimes, okay, when you think of trying to be better, and then at this moment you want to do something like, you know, a good routine to be better, but then if you stop it for a while, then the momentum of being better or improvement will stop. So you have to have a routine, to have a set of routines to help you keep on the right track. And I think, you know, that's that's the reason why Father gave us His Torah to discipline us, to give us a routine. By doing that, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times we don't like it, right?
Yeah, the flesh.
When we see those, oh man, like just picture us like the Israelites in the ancient Old Testament time.
Mm-hmm.
They sacrifice animals every day.
Oh yeah.
Like for us, like first century guys, people, right?
Yeah.
Man, this is so tedious, man, so hard to do, but they have to do it every day. But I think but that's what the Father give them as like routines every day, so that they can build up their spiritual strength.
That's so true.
That's the end goal. But whether how the people take the routine, that's different, man. Different issue. So
that's so true. Thank you, Allie, for your question.
Thank you, Allie, for the 5. Thank you so much.
So now we're going to switch to Shemuel _Jr. from Instagram, and he asked, or she asked.
Is it he?
Oh, is he? Okay. Yeah. He asked, would you all like to visit Israel?
Oh.
Yeah, I would love to visit Israel.
No.
That's not a question.
I do want to go to Israel.
Yeah, I would love to visit Israel. Yes, definitely.
All right, so we move on to the next question. No one has different answer to that that question, right?
Well, in the New Kingdom, I'll listen.
What?
Oh, okay.
Okay, so next question coming from Victor. I don't know where he's coming from, but his question is relating to your Believers in Trump's America episode, which is an awesome episode. Is President Trump called or chosen? Oh man,
I think he's chosen.
I don't know.
You know what?
Oh dang.
I don't know.
Shalom, Victor.
I believe y'all allowed him to be there.
I believe that. That's very good.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Well, I believe that. I
agree with Melissa.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I agree with Daniel. Daniel 2:20-21 was like, Yah installs kings and removes kings. I think that, look, Barack Obama, I think Yah put him there for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Bill Clinton, going all the way back to going all the way back to Thomas Jefferson.
Yeah.
Our quote unquote founding fathers. Mm-hmm. And even you look like across the pond, you see like you got a monarchy, British monarchy up there. I think that the Chinese president is it Xi?
Xi Jinping.
Oh yes.
You don't have to be perfect.
You
can, bro.
Hilarious. I think that same thing. Look at Pharaoh. I truly believe that Yah put Pharaoh in that position of power for a reason, and I think that it can even trickle down to like police officers, firefighters, like anybody who has an office of authority. Mm-hmm. I think that Yah put them there for a reason and for a season,
and even the one that we all hate. Which is the Hasatan.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, he has a purpose as well. He has a purpose for sure.
He is also placed by Father.
Yeah.
To play as a role.
True.
In his plan.
You know what?
Book of Job?
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
What about Job?
I don't know.
I
don't know if the Father plays Hasatan. I feel like Hasatan shows. I don't feel like
rebel.
Yeah. I don't.
Well, it kind of gets. For me, it gets predestination.
That gets
so it's like people make their decisions, and so based on their decisions,
free will.
Listen, all you're saying is at the end I'm gonna have mine. Like y'all really need to read. Okay, it goes back to my second point, my first point.
That's what
read Second and Esdras.
Yeah.
but bro,
it speaks on that. All I'm saying, it just speaks on that. But it doesn't discount anything that anybody said.
Mm-hmm. But then the thing is, my question is, do you believe angels have free will?
Huh? Yes.
They do?
Yes.
Okay. Well.
I gotta go to our Messiah. Do you have anything to say, Melissa, before we read the scripture?
No, I already said what I said.
When I say predestination, I don't mean like salvation, but I mean like is every
like Trump
person like born with a specific like purpose or destiny?
Like
by
Judas,
name.
Judas
Like
Iscariot?
were you born to be Derek and be who you are right now?
Okay, check the DNA.
Oh my god. Oh man, baby. You know,
the finest DNA.
I don't know.
Knit me together in my mother's womb.
In my mother's womb, he came me. He knew me. He said, baby.
Brought me the pearl. I'm sure it's over there, bro.
Tested in the fire for hey, baby. Let me stop. Okay, so I mean, I think everybody is given a purpose to do something, but do you do your purpose? You know what I'm saying? You know, it's kind of like Noah. Noah was special. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you accept the Book of Enoch. Noah was special. He was different. You're created with a specific purpose. Now, are you going to walk out your purpose? Even the evil one, you know, Satan, he had a specific purpose. Did he want to walk out his purpose? He wanted to do his own thing, but he had a purpose. Especially when you I forgot what Enoch chapter starts off at. It's 7 or something like that. When it talks about the angels getting together and they're making covenants, knowing that they're doing wrong, but saying that they're going to go down and mate with the daughters of men. Some people make that as just like that's not angels, but I say it's angels. So it's like they did that knowingly. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they went against their purpose. You know what I'm saying? The Father just gives you the option because love requires that option. You know, so yes.
No, you know what? I gotta agree with our Messiah too. Really quick before we go to our next question. In John 19, verse 10. So Pilate said to him, "You refuse to speak to me? Don't you understand that it is in my power to set you free or to have you executed on the stake?" Yeshua answered, "You would have no power over me if it hadn't been given to you from above. This is why the one who handed me over to you is guilty of a greater sin." So it's like like I think that like, you know, agreeing with our Messiah, man, that like everybody from Pontius Pilate to Pharaoh to King Cyrus, King of Persia Cyrus, to Nebuchadnezzar, all these, you know, kings and presidents were placed there by Yah himself.
Exactly. Yep.
You know.
Yeah, we actually, if we think about it, no one is greater than our Father. No one has more power than our Father. So he set up the rule, the rule of the game on this world.
Oh sure.
So I mean, yeah.
Oh, you did?
I think I did.
You did.
Yeah,
we're talking about the paper, y'all. We're talking about the paper.
We'll read a question. He did.
Yes.
He read the last.
Oh,
Yeah, you got it.
I got 20
I think we can do the next question.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, okay. Okay, our next question. Yes. This is from Colleen. Colleen asks.
Hi, Colleen.
Hey, Colleen. We love you, Colleen. We love you. Praise what you know. If the sacred scriptures talk about love one another, why do I see younger, healthier believers not stepping up and helping their older believers physically in the faith? Colleen wants to know right now.
Okay.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Okay. That needs some context.
Right.
A lot of context because I got a raw dog answer and it's not like the nicest. But,
well, you know, look, I will say this.
Go for it.
You know, look, I would love.
Oh.
you
I'm sorry.
good.
I shouldn't have did that.
Shout out to Ice Mountain. I would look like I will say that, you know, I have dropped the ball when it comes to like taking the initiative to check on the elderly and to see if if Jackie needs some help, Colleen needs some help. You know, like to see if like what's Cardell needs some help, like lifting around, like shifting things around the house, moving things. So I will take full accountability for myself and say that, you know, like I need it's on me to do a better job of like reaching across the aisle and say, hey, look, so you know, how you doing? Do you need anything? You need me to help out with anything like that? And I think that taking that small step can build and foster community too within the body as well.
Exactly.
Just like that cross generational interaction can really foster a more intimate community.
I don't know if I mean there are verses that specifically say to like, well, to say to help, well. Okay, either way, I mean, like, I got my own grandparents that I, like, don't always look out for. Like, when I do take the time, like, I do, but it's like, I'm not consistent with it. I mean, it's not I don't know, it just...
I need more content.
I'm not that strong, Colleen. Look, Will is the one that's working out.
Wait, the only person, because we do know Colleen, the only person I could think of, like, off the top of my head is Jackie. But I've asked Jackie.
Or like Hannah.
Hannah.
Or Barb.
But Hannah is good. Hannah takes care of Barb. I mean, like, she not takes care, but like they're a dual team, you know. So they're like, you know. But the thing is like I feel like. So I feel like for like, you know, I can ask, but if you don't want the help, then I can't do it.
Yeah.
But the thing is,
Yeah.
I don't believe if you don't take care of your health, me having to walk the full path of losing my freedom to help you. I feel like one requirement of Scripture is that you take care of your temple, and if you don't take care of your temple, then why must I?
Yeah.
You know, and that does not sound savory at all. I think for at least I can chime in with Autumn, like my grandma, it was hilarious. My mom called me and she was like, she would know I was talking to her, and she was like this, you know, you really need to help out your grandmother more. And she's like, you know, she can't really lift the trash anymore. Like, go help her. My granny is like, she'll talk your ear off. She ain't like it ain't bad. Like it ain't like it's making it out to be. Okay, it sounds sadder than it really is, right? And I'm thinking, I don't even take my own trash out. Like I have a problem with that myself. Right. But like I gotta
work on me.
I gotta grow to a level that I'm not even at yet. You know, like so like you like I mean so what I really think is that people put themselves, and it's not for everybody, but people put themselves in very bad situations and then cry for help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
so unsavory.
Well,
No, it's good. That's honest.
I think, you know, I personally believe, you know, we all want to help, right?
Yeah.
I think that's one of the ways to fulfill the commitments. But then,
love your neighbor as yourself.
But then sometimes, you know, because I've been trying to help, you know, as much as possible everybody in the past. But then I realized, well, you know, like Derek said, you know, you can always help people, but then people have to eventually pick up and be able to help themselves. Yeah. That's the end goal of, you know, us helping each other. But I'm not saying that like in the case of in all cases for people who like old cannot move. That's our duty. Yeah. But for people who are not still able to function. Yeah.
Physically agile.
So it can improve their situation. Definitely, you know, we should help them to the point that they can help themselves. Yeah. So.
And like when I get older, when I'm like 70 or 80, all y'all young believers listening out there, Generation Z. Help me out, okay? Okay, that's all I want to say.
Brendan's still gonna be doing push-ups.
I even said something. Nah, this is giving my whole hand away, but I really don't feel any remorse about it. Like, I even told my parents, I was like, listen to me, get your health together. I ain't doing what you can here. I told them, like,
go to LA Fitness.
I told them, I was like, listen to me, you better get your health together. Start walking, start getting together. I am not about to sit here have no conversation about, oh, this is happening to me. That's not about to happen. You know what you're doing to yourself.
Right.
But like, listen to me, you got to get it together because I'm taking care of me.
Get with this diet.
Like, and the stuff that has happened to me, that because I didn't take care of my health, hey, listen to me, it all falls on the knife falls on me because I haven't taken care of my health in certain ways.
Yeah, I've said that to my parents jokingly.
No,
I don't think I was serious. I know you're serious.
I was dead serious. Jokingly, because like, who wants to do that? You know, if we're black and Bremen made a comment. Well, We're three.
Just so y'all know.
Okay. So we have a mixture. We're a mixture on the podcast, and some of us come from black families.
Yes.
And you know, Remy made a comment about like this one movie.
What'd I say?
Big. You know,
what was it? Soul Food.
Soul Food. It was like Soul Food. How in the beginning of Soul, Boondocks comments about it too. The beginning of Soul Food, they all get together, eat the soul food that make Big Mama sick. Yeah. And then at the end of the movie, they didn't learn no lesson. None. They get together and they eat the same food that made them sick. The same. And I'm thinking like. And Big Mama normally can't move. Legs got big because of diabetes. Yeah. I ain't about to live that life. Right. So I tell them right now, listen to me. Get together. Yes. Because we ain't about to do that. Alright, I'm done.
Oh, is it on? Oh, yeah. It's on. Hold on.
Okay.
Thank you, Colleen. We appreciate you. Yes. If you need help, man, look.
Mount_Carmel. AKA Greg from Instagram.
Greg! Shalom, Greg!
I saw him actually, like...
Where?
Over Josh's house.
Man,
that's right. Yeah, you did say you.
I miss Greg, man.
Yeah, I love Greg. Love you, Greg.
He's asked, how do you all deal with the societal pressure to work on the Shabbat feast days? Even now at my job, they're requesting that I work Shabbat for the second time in a row, and I'm going to call off. So am I being a fool by putting my employment at risk, or am I doing the right thing by holding fast to Yah's commands?
Greg, you're a wise man. I feel like certain jobs will be lost. I've lost, I think 2 jobs because of that. And it's just, what I would say though is don't be like, if you don't, let's let them fire you.
Listen, if you don't give me some fart on.
Yeah, don't do that. Just let them fire you. You know, it's like everybody's gonna turn and hate you. You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't say nothing, just like, no, I can't work this day. Just my faith. They're gonna hate you, but just do it.
Yeah. Greg, I can probably relate to you the best because I experienced the same situation with my company. And then a lot of times I have to work 7 days. That's requested and demanded by my company. So, but it's very hard. I can completely feel you. You have that pressure, from being fired. But I think we have to also think about the whole picture because your employer don't know what you're really doing and what you believe, your belief system. So first thing, probably we have to share our faith with them patiently and nicely, gently, right? But then also give our mercy and grace first. Yeah. And then to at least to do our part. I do my part. I've been very nice. I'm not trying to offend him by just saying, I need to take this day off, right? And then just do it, right? That would be very disrespectful to me, as far as I see. So I think we still need to be respectful to start with, and then after we have done that, and then we can give our righteous request. Yes. And of course, in the meantime, we have to do a good job. If we don't do a good job, you
can't be a slacker and
exactly. We have to do a good job, to at least let them feel I'm a valuable employee. Yes. I think those things has to come first before we can actually request take Shabbat off, because I believe the Father, our Father in heaven, he probably will be thinking about he doesn't want us to be a rude and disrespectful people to the nations out there. And so if we try to keep his commandments, but in the meantime we're being disrespectful and leave a bad impression to the people out there, that wouldn't be honoring him or his kingdom.
Yeah, supposed to be like an ambassador.
Yeah, I think it'll be kind of okay to sometimes not saying willfully work on the Shabbat, but if they force you, you have to work, on the some of the situations. You cannot get out of it. It's okay, but you have to figure out a way to get out of it. I think Father will give you the mercy and grace, give you time to figure out the perfect timing to. So yeah.
Yeah, I hear Will's heart. I disagree with it though. Yeah, I say. But I don't think you should call off. I think you should just go to HR and say like, this is what I state, and then take the day. You know, because you already stated. Make sure you
second time by the way.
Yeah, make sure you say to your manager and write a formal complaint that you're not allowed to do it. So then you got to keep a record of it. So then when you do it, it's like, you know. You don't have to call off because you already said like I can't schedule that day. So that's actually going against your religious liberties. Mm-hmm. So that's against the Bill of Rights. You know.
Well, the other thing is now there is a document like the document.
There is a. I heard there is a like Sabbath.
Yeah.
Feast day document you can print off.
Right. Yeah. So
yeah. What's his name did it?
I think it's under Chosen Seeds website.
Yeah.
Or GOC. One of them websites.
They have one. What's his name that comes to the PYA sometimes?
What's it called?
That's a call.
Winston.
Winston did it. His job rejected it though.
Yeah.
Shalom, Winston.
I heard you can take people to court.
You can. You know, I was in a lawsuit actually, and
over Shabbat.
Oh yeah, over Shabbat with Audi, and I was going to win it, and my lawyer did not file the. This is something I was actually banking on. Well, my lawyer did not file the paperwork. Like it was the day before, and he returned me my retainer back because of what he did. You know, and it's like, and the thing was, I just took it as a sign from the Father.
That's really upsetting.
Yeah, I took it. I got my retainer back, but I took it like a thing from the Father, like kind of like the Abraham thing. And I kind of just left it alone. I could have sued the lawyer, but it's like I don't want Pharaoh to say that he made me rich. You know, that's
very
how
interesting.
I took it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know, to touch on the societal part, like you get societal pressure to work on Shabbat. Mm-hmm. The first thing that I thought about was like Pharaoh, the Israelites, and within Egypt, Pharaoh's like, oh, you guys are lazy. Yeah. Like, because, you know, there was a coworker who was like, you know, I think they were trying to get me to work on Shabbat one day because somebody had called off, and they were like, they were like, Freeman, you know, can you work on, you know, Saturday and come in? And I was like, no, I can't do that. And they was like, oh man, like you must not love money. And I was like, you know what, you're right. You know, I don't love money. I respect money and what it can do. We have some money, but like, you know, I don't love, you know, dead presidents that much. Why I'm gonna break? well, I'm gonna go, you know, working on Shabbat. So that's what came to my mind. Also, like, Yosef came to my mind too when you were talking, because like if you like just to share with me, if you have a good work ethic. Yeah. And like with Yosef, you know, he went from prison to being second in charge under Pharaoh because he was following to hilarious. That's an inside conversation.
Not that one.
Okay.
Bro. Yes.
So Yosef, you know, he was obeying Yah and he was keeping Torah, and also he had this good work ethic. Mm-hmm. So Pharaoh, you know, promoted him up to second in charge. And so you saw all throughout Yosef's story, the grace of Yah that was upon Yosef. Yeah. Same thing today. Like for me, you know, just from my own experience, like you know, when people see me, when they see me working, and they say, okay, well he's you know, he's not on his phone on like Facebook and Instagram like you know, like burning time, but he actually comes and he does what he wants to do. When your employees see that, like Yah will give you grace in the eyes of your employer, and they'll be like, yeah, sure, you know what, like we can give you know, some coat off and whatever else you want off. Yeah.
So far we've had amazing questions. We are gonna take a break and we're going to come back to it. All right. So like, share, follow, and we'll get back to the next part of our listener appreciation episode. Thank you so much for listening so far.